iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, to the Chicagoland Speedway here for the Salt Flat Cup Series presented by SimBox. Here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway, we will go racing for 150 miles in the Draft Top 150. Race fans, welcome tonight also here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Roger Muth. I'll bring you all the calls here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway. This 1.5 mile speedway here in Chicago, well, let's just call it just outside the Chicago limits, and Joliet, Illinois actually is where she really is. This track, like I said, 1.5 miles. It's a 4-turn track, banking on the turns, 18 degrees, turn 1, 2, and 3, along with turn 4. Front straightaway is banked at a cool 11 degrees. The back straightaway is unlike any other back straightaway on the NASCAR circuit. It is 5 degrees of banking, and it also has a little bit of a kink. So that's going to be interesting tonight to watch a lot of these drivers battle and compete down the back straightaway. Right now, all drivers are in a qualifying session to see who will have the fastest time here tonight for the Draft Top 100. For race fans, tonight's sponsor is Draft Top. Well, some breaking news out of the Draft Top organization. Draft Top was just on Shark Tank. It will air live on the ABC network coming this Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern over on ABC. And boy, am I excited. I am a Draft Top user. I am a Draft Top supporter. If you don't know what Draft Top is, you need to head on over to drafttop.com. It is the ultimate bar tool. Valentine's Day is coming, ladies. And Dad, your boyfriend, well, they need a Draft Top down at the bar. In your home, of course, because we can't go to the bar, so social distancing bar rules do apply here. Head on over to drafttop.com today. Get your Draft Top bar tool today also. Only $24.99 over on their website, and they do ship worldwide. Race fans, you need it. I have it. I can vouch for it. It is great. Drink your beer topless, but drink responsible, as always. But qualifying is wrapping up here tonight. It does look like the Progression Series champion of Roy Fernandez is currently sitting on the pole right now. That's the provisional pole. It looks like 20 drivers have turned in a qualifying attempt, and a couple drivers still straggling in, like Quincy Atkins here tonight into the virtual Chicagoland Speedway. Just getting ready to go racing. And before we go racing, let's talk about the points championship. Right now, it is a cool 111-point difference between 1 and 2. Hunter Reynolds picked up 4 wins this season. He is sitting P1 with a 111-point lead over Roy Fernandez. Michael Sturgill is second in the championship standings. He is 128 points out, with Cody Levitt in fourth, 141 points out. 153 points out will be the driver of Cole Day. So, well, the battle is actually for the second position, I think, at this point, unless Hunter Reynolds starts to have some really bad races here in the conclusion of this season. Well, let's go down trackside. As you see, the cars are starting to make their way to the virtual grid here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Let's head down there for your starting lineup tonight, brought to us by SimBox. Find SimBox over on Facebook.com. Type in SimBox PC. Get your custom button box today from Doug Neal and the gang over at SimBox. This is your starting lineup for the Draft Top 150. Roy Fernandez will start on the front row with SimBox Motorsports number 6. It's the Cuban Missile Cowboy, Roy Fernandez. Starting P number 2, driving the number 90 for the Full Throttle Motorsports, it is Michael Sturgill. Greg O'Berry for the Full Throttle Motorsports number 33. He'll roll off position number 3 here tonight. How about Zach Howell, the number 85, the Digital Mafia out of Cottontown, Tennessee. He'll roll off 4th. Driver out of New York, driving the number 12 for some doubt, lots of doubt, no doubt racing. It's the big brown truck. It's the number 12 of Randy Johnson. Hunter Reynolds, the 4-time winner this season, will roll off position number 6 here this week. Position number 7, the driver out of Balls Nation. It's going to be the 98 out the gate of racing Jason Griffith Dobbs. Starting in the 8th position here tonight, driving out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, driving the SimBox number 71. This is Nathan Maurer. Starting in the 9th position, driving the number 13, Great Lakes Brewing, which goes great, by the way, race fans. If you have yourself a draft top in the Great Lakes Brewing, well, that's Jamie Leach. He'll go 9th tonight on the grid. 10th will go to the 88 of Tim Combs. Just outside the top 10, the driver out of Texas, it's going to be the 56 of Stephen Pugh. Cody Sleeper out of Lansing, Michigan in the SimBox Motorsports 01. He'll go 12th. 13th here tonight, hailing out of Canada, driving the 83, it is Brandon Feeney. The Raven Graphics number 7, the crew entry here tonight is Doyle Lowrance. Cole Day will start 15th here tonight. The driver out of Topton, Pennsylvania, the number 31 of Donald Bennett. He'll roll off 16th. 17th, the driver out of Massachusetts, the number 22, Need for Speed, DraftTop.com, entry of Joshua Buckley. And starting 18th here tonight, out of Georgia, driving the SimBox Motorsports, SimBox number 77, it is Doug Neal. Peyton Johnson will roll the number 15 off here tonight in the 19th starting position. It's the Draft Top Raise Energy Drink 04, hailing out of Mexico. It'll be Danny Valenzuela. Cody Levitt will start in the 21st position. It's the DraftTop.com East Penn Manufacturing driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the number 40. It's Josiah Millen. He'll go 22nd. 23rd to the Nebraska driver. It's the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn. It's the driver out of Florida, driving the Coast to Almost Coast, number 26 of Darrell Clauter. He'll go position 24. 25 here tonight will go to the driver out of South Carolina. That is Quincy Atkins, and then old Swerman Herman down there. He'll be 26th on the grid. He will be the final car. Correction, he's race control here tonight. So get ready, race fans, to go racing. I hope you're all geared up and ready to go. Fortunately, it looks like we have a mistake in our overlay. It looks like we have the old lights tonight for all you race fans to see when the green flag comes out here. But it is 150 miles of racing here tonight in the Draft Top 150 from the Chicagoland Speedway. Green flag is coming out, green flag is out, and we are racing here in Chicago. A great start by Fernandez. He'll lead him down to the number 1 for the first time here tonight. There you see Sturgill. He got quickly down to the inside. Here comes Greg O'Berry in the number 43 entry. He'll roll the top side of the speedway. Looks like we're going to have to wait for a paint to percolate here tonight for Greg O'Berry, but there's the 12, the big unit, Randy Johnson. It's the Soft Flat IROC Series champion of Randy Johnson trying to come to the front. Brand new colors on his number 12 here tonight. Lap number 1, though, will go to the driver on Lansing, Michigan. It's going to be number 6, Humber Fernandez. So Fernandez leading lap number 1 here tonight, picking off where he left off the Draft Top Progression Series, where he was able to showcase himself and be the winner. Here comes Michael Sturgill, though, the driver out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Will he be able to lead a lap here tonight? Greg O'Berry representing that brand new Eric Jones entry right behind these front two, as it's still going to be Fernandez. Good racing going on back into this pack here. There's Tim Combs. He just picks up a position from Nathan Maurer. Maurer right now in the SimBox entry. Going backwards here in the early stages of this one. Going backwards early is not a bad thing. You don't want to be going backwards towards the end of this one. There's Racing Jason, the fan favorite. Working the inside of the speedway, the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee. Still Fernandez that time by, timing and scoring strike. We have to hold on to it, though, because look at the battle. They are 2 by 2 by 2 by, you guessed it, race fans, 2-0. Greg O'Berry with a huge wiggle there. The 33 came down from the top side as he was all sorts of tight coming off the corner, and then it went snap loose. Greg O'Berry still hanging on. Jamie Leach in the Great Lakes Brewing, number 13, coming up here. He told me, I'm going to say at this point, a good 3 years ago when I talked to him, when I first met Jamie here on the iRacing.com platform, there's a big wiggle that time out of Randy Johnson. Johnson to go up the speedway. He'll lose a lot of ground. He was top 5, now outside the top 10. Randy Johnson still having some handling woes on that number 12, so that's going to bump him back 13th, and he's going to continue to drop like a rock. See him work out of turn number 4. It's going to be Fernandez Black bypassing that number 90 of Michael Sturgill. Then it's Racing Jason. He's picked up 4 spots here tonight. Battle for race lead, Michael Sturgill said next season he is going to run the show to go to Road to Pro. Well, here tonight he races with the Salt Flat Racing Series and the SimBox Cup Series for the Draft Top 150. Race fans, make sure you check out the link in our description below here tonight in tonight's broadcast, and check out our sponsor, DraftTop.com. We're on a bot out there. We'll be able to drop that link just like that as we watch Hunter Reynolds come on up through the pack. Look at Squidward. He's dabbing up through the middle. The 19-year-old out of Callahan, Florida for the Fuel Sim race team. It was a joke back at Daytona calling him Squidward when he ran the Squidward paint, and now he's got Squidward back on the car for the full season duration, and the C's are going to part. Will Squidward squid through the middle? He's not. He's going to stick to the outside for the time being, following that number 90 of Michael Sturgill. Not able to do anything with it. Also, there's Doyle Lowrance, driver out of Spring, Texas. Coming to Netflix on February the 15th. Doyle sponsored by the Netflix gang out there. With some sponsors coming here into the series. Just like Draft Top coming on board. Been a partner with Salt Flat Racing for years now. Great barn tool, and I think just about every driver here on the Salt Flat divisions do have a Draft Top barn tool. So Fernandez still holding off Michael Sturgill for the time being. But will he be able to continue to hold on? Still, this time by will be 91 laps still left here tonight. It'll be Fernandez at the line. Everybody fans out there. Is no out-of-bounds line. No out-of-bounds line when we come here to Chicagoland. Right on board here, fan favorite, Racing Jason. Jason currently just sitting back in his 3rd position. He has picked up a handful of spots here in the early stages. Race leaders are starting to move away. There's Randy Johnson. We saw him go up into the outside wall a handful of laps ago. He's kind of stopped the bleeding. He's currently running into the 7th spot. Oh, Cole Day going to make a big wiggle. The college student out here, the engineer. Had a big moment there, and it could have took a couple drivers with him. There you see the 56 of Stephen Pugh. There's the 13 of Jamie Leach. There's Nate Maurer right there also. Race fans, I hate to tell you, but if you're a NASCAR fan, Kyle Busch just won on the last quarter pass and Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney at the Daytona International Road Course. I hate to be the spoiler for you there. But tonight, we've been clean, we have been green, and the battle for the race lead still rages on here. At the line now, Michael Sturgill, for the first time, will beat the 6 of Roy Fernandez to the line, and look who's lurking in the background, the driver there out of Cottontown, Tennessee. It's the high-speed chicken feed, number 85. Look behind them. Here comes Randy Johnson back to the inside. It doesn't look like his 12 has been damaged too much as he goes to the inside of that 88 of Tim Coles. Michael Sturgill leading once again at the line. There you see Hunter Reynolds in this battle also, and there's the 7 of Lowrance also behind. All these drivers inside the top 10. Oh, Lowrance with a slide out of turn number 2. Catches that Chevrolet, but he's going to lose a ton of time. Didn't lose any positions, but lost a ton of time. Hangs on to it. Here comes Cody Sleeper, the winner back at the Dover International Raceway. Won that round at Dover, and since then has kind of had some mediocre finishes here on Tuesday night. Right now he's battling inside the top 10. He's looking to take over the 8th position. Full day, didn't have much practice time here tonight. The college student was participating in some dirt track racing before we came live, and he had to jump into a cup car here at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway. Looks like Danny Valenzuela right now in the draft top Ray's Energy Drink machine currently holds back of the field. He's fallen 4 positions since the drop of the green flag. Still sitting here at 24. He's still in what's considered the main pack. So Danny sits back there in the 21st position. Looks like Brandon Feeney to the inside here, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. So it's the Canadian and the Pennsylvania driver battling here. It's the Liquid Molly K1 Graphics number 83 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney down 7 positions since we went green flag racing here. Feeney slides up in front of Millen in that number 40. You see a little connection issues there from the driver out of Las Vegas that's just up the road here. Cody Levitt following right behind the drafttop.com entry. That's Joshua Buckley, the driver out of Pepperell, Massachusetts. Checker Flag Auto Supply also riding on board with him this season. And of course, right in front of him, man, these two cars are linked together like peanut butter and jelly. There's the number 31 of Donald Bennett. Donald Bennett and that drafttop.com representing the Shark Tank logo on the hood of that Brownlee Designs, number 31. Like we said in the pre-race, Shark Tank will be on, well, Draft Top will be on Shark Tank February the 12th at 8 p.m. Can't wait to watch that. The wife and I will definitely sit down and set the topless when that hits the airwaves on Friday. Right now, Bennett back here running 17th currently. See if he can bring that Brownlee Designs drafttop.com entry up here to battle with these two, because there's your race leader. He'll come across the start-finish line. This is Michael Sturgill, the Ascari Auto Sports driver. Has taken the race lead and has started to pull away. This is what is considered 4th on back. Randy Johnson, Zach Out, Tim Combs, they kind of flip-flop positions here as a great push there by Hunter Reynolds down the back straight away. Cody Sleeper's right there, full day also. So six cars here on lap number 20. As Combs got a little tight that time off the corner and slid her sideways then. This track here tonight, it is a tight snap loose. These cars draft very well. It's sort of like super speedway racing. Reynolds right there. He has dropped 2 positions. One of the biggest movers so far here tonight has been Cole Day. There you see the Bath Pro Shops, number 99 of Cole Day. Still working the outside of the speedway. Cody Sleeper is right there also. He's picked up a handful of spots, 6 positions currently. Battles back here also. Peyton Johnson. That's Doug Neal in the all-white number 77. Neal out of Georgia. Number 15 of Peyton Johnson. Johnson likes to drink, we'll call them adult beverages. He also likes to drink Kool-Aid. You know what he likes to drink with his seltzers? He likes to drink topless, race fans, and I'm talking draft topless. I'm not talking about he takes his shirt off and goes partying. Well, maybe he does. We don't really know that. But Peyton Johnson back here drinking a Kool-Aid hard seltzer. Topless tonight, running 16. We're talking about Jamie Leach and the Great Lakes Brewing sponsorship from a handful of years ago. You know, Leach still continues to represent the Great Lakes Brewing Company. He told me, like I said years ago, he does not have a, per se, favorite beer from the Great Lakes Brewing. And his reasoning behind it, because they're all good. But you know what goes great with Great Lakes Brewing? Drinking them topless. So right now, he is sitting right there as green flag pit cycles are happening. Drivers are coming to pit road here tonight. Not even 30 laps into this event, your front 2 runners, still Sergio Fernandez, Sleeper, Tim Combs, all coming to pit road also. So they're hitting stall 1 and 2, and see Sleeper, O'Berry, Combs, Lowrance, Neal, and Atkins. Atkins actually has not come onto the speedway here tonight. Be 4 tires and fuel for everybody. As your next group of cars come down, it will be the 6, leaving pit road first. There you see Racing Jason coming to pit road. Right behind him, that's Randy Johnson. Then it's Hunter Reynolds, the 71, up Nathan Maurer. Slew of drivers down. You call it, they are in. Only a handful of drivers still out on the speedway, and your race leader is this car, the 99 of Cole Day for the time being. Cole Day is your race leader. Here I am downshifting, trying to come to pit road. Here's Donald Bennett and the number 22 of Joshua Buckley. Right behind them, that is Brandon Feeney, Danny Valenzuela, and Darrell Plauder. And it looks like there was that race off pit road we were talking about. Well, that race was won by the 6. As you see, Fernandez having to go 3 wide around the outside of Feeney and Buckley. So he went high, wide, handsome, and 3 wide, and that's going to give a great run here to Michael Sturgill. Sturgill now going to jump to the inside in his Chevrolet. As the car got a little bit tight down there, and then he started to bobble it. They're going to come across the start-finish line side by side. They are back onto the lead lap right now as Brandon Feeney, Josh Buckley, Donald Bennett, Danny Valenzuela, and Darrell Plauder look like they will run these machines out. They will drive them until they are bone dry before they come to pit road. So right now, your top 5 drivers have not came down to pit road just yet. These 2 still battle it out. Where's Brandon Feeney? Is he going to come to pit road this time? Looks like he is not. Joshua Buckley is going to come to pit road, though. He'll come to pit road. Darrell Plauder, something happening with him. He's going to bounce it off the inside wall. So he hits the inside wall, gets her pointed back in the right direction. Finesse Laser Designs, number 26, out of Auburndale, Florida. Looks like he almost missed his pit stall there. There's the 83 of Brandon Feeney. He's still out, the resident out of Canada, Ontario. He'll come to pit road now with Donald Bennett, Danny Valenzuela. And this all cycles back through. It'll be to these 2 back in the front. There's the 6, there's the 90. They've been nose to tail since we went green flag racing here tonight. They still continue to run nose to tail. Fernandez has had the upper hand so far tonight. Will he continue to dominate this race? 30 laps will be in the books just next time by here for Fernandez and Sturgill. As you see the timing and scoring start to update here. We'll take you through your top 10 as, a tight situation there. So Sturgill packed the air onto the back of that SimBox number 6, and it pushed Fernandez up the speedway. All season long, these two have continued to run nose to tail. Doesn't matter which track we go to, they always find themselves running near each other. As they're being told, Lowrance, Griffith, and Darrell Slaughter all having pit road penalties. Too fast entering pit road for those two drivers, and a slow stop for the driver of that draft top, number 22 of Joshua Buckley also. So let's take you through the top 10 here as you still continue to watch this battle. There's Fernandez. He is your race leader. Started P number 1, has led the most laps so far, but he is being trailed in second by Michael Sturgill. Both drivers pretty happy with their cars. A little tight on entry a couple times, but other than that, their cars are handling very well. About 3.5 seconds just about back, you find this battle for the third position raging on as the driver out of New York. That's the 31-year-old of Randy Johnson. He said, I'm just happy to be here. Car got a little tight on that first run. He went up into the outside wall. His crew tried to bang out as much damage as they could. It was about 10 seconds of damage. Didn't get it all fixed up, but back out onto the track, Johnson comes, and he is sitting in P number 3. Sitting fourth, it's the 4-time winner this season. It is Squidward himself, Hunter Reynolds, as he's looking to advance his position as he goes to the inside here of Randy Johnson. Maybe that aerodynamic challenge number 12 of Johnson with that crinkled up fender is, maybe too damaged right now. Right now, Hunter Reynolds is going to fall back in line. Sitting fourth and pulling this 4-pack of cars around the speedway. This is Cole Day. And he said, boys, we got a fast hot rod. We just didn't have a good qualifying time. Put your faith in me. We're getting to the front. He currently runs 5th. Zach Howell out of Cottontown, Tennessee. Currently running in the 6th position. Had his best qualifying effort of the season in the high-speed chicken feed entry. He's sitting P number 6. No complaints. Nothing over the radio. Greg O'Berry said, boy, this thing is tight here tonight. He said, I'm just trying to hang on to her. Been into the wall once, sideways once, and he's still running inside the top 10, running in the 7th position. Cody Sleeper, driver out of Lansing, Michigan. Man, that's young man, calm, cool, like a cucumber. I don't know if they're calm and cool, but somebody once said it and it sounded cool. So right now, Cody Sleeper, the cool kid, on the block, running 8th. Nathan Maurer, the kid down the block here from us in our studio in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Nathan Maurer sitting here, he's saying, I just don't know what to do. These boys are so fast. We're continue to give it a shot here tonight. Nate Maurer running in position number 9. Out of Ohio, this driver is a golfer. Turned iRacer. This is Tim Combs. He is currently running 10th. He said the golf bag in the back is slowing him down a little bit. The race team tried to pull it out. They only got the wedge. So all the other clubs are still rattling around on the backside there. Just outside that top 10, that is Jamie Leach running in the 11th position. Everybody's starting to string out except for these two. They are still sitting here nose to tail. Would you have expected anything less at this point between these two drivers? It's like peanut butter and jelly. They're attached at the hips as granny hips. Buckley just went a lap down with his number 22. There you see him, that white and blue draft top entry sitting back there in the 21st position. Oh, your leader Fernandez is going to go up the track. He's going to slide into the outside wall. I don't see any damage for the time being, but now here comes Sturgill. He's going to try and take advantage of this. See if he can get around that number 6 SimBox entry. It doesn't look like he got quite the run. He also lifted when he saw Fernandez get down up into the wall. Now here comes Josh Buckley. It looks like Buckley has some damage on that number 22. Wonder if he possibly got a little help coming to pit road at one point. Wonder if our onboard shot can show us the damage. There you see the spoiler, the deck lid a little crinkled up. His bumper also crinkled up here tonight. So issues for the number 22 here early. Battle back here as Cody Sleeper looks to the inside of the 85 of Hal. Hal's buddy right there of Nate Maurer is also in this group. There you see Maurer. The 25 of Hal. You see Cody Sleeper. Oh, Hal going to get tight, and looks like the 01 of Sleeper was also tight coming off the corner. Maurer was just hanging on down to the bottom side. Able to hang on to things. Next time by, though, it will be 40 laps in the books here tonight for the Draft Top 150. Race fans, are you drinking responsible? Are you drinking topless? Well, if you do drink topless, you have to drink responsible. Make sure you check out drafttop.com today and get your Draft Top bar tour so you're able to join the crowd and go out and, well, drink topless. We're going to cut away here with 40 laps officially completed. There you see your race leader, Roy Fernandez, as actually the producer says we're going to stay right here for the time being as Michael Sturgill looking to take over the race lead. Right behind them, that's the 22 Draft Top entry of Joshua Buckley, as this is all happening out in front of him. To your race leaders. Fernandez to the outside, Sturgill down to the bottom. And Sturgill make the pass for the first time. Every time we see somebody go to the bottom side of the speedway, we see them get tight and up the track to the outside groove goes, but they will come across the stripe here, and it'll be side by side. Sturgill will be shown as your race leader. But here comes Fernandez, that Cuban Missile Cowboy rider. He will not go away without a say. These drivers right now have about a 2.5-second race lead over Randy Johnson and Hunter Reynolds, so there's no pressure from behind. These two boys are having themselves a good old-fashioned duel right now with Josh Buckley just hanging to the inside in his Draft Top Ford Mustang. Now it'll be sole possession. Michael Sturgill going to the point here tonight, and, well, we got to pay the bills here tonight at Auto Club, or at Chicagoland. I want to say Auto Club as I'm looking at Michael Sturgill. He had a great run at Auto Club a couple weeks back. And, well, here he's having another great run at the sister track here at Chicago. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor tonight. Welcome back here to Chicagoland, race fans, for the Draft Top 150 as we work under the green flag here tonight. There is your race leader of Michael Sturgill. He has now pulled out to a half-second lead over Roy Fernandez, who is running currently in that second position. They still have about, call it a 2.5-second race lead over Randy the Man Johnson. Then it's Hunter Reynolds, Cole Day rounding out the top 5. Coming in, closing in on another round of pit cycles, it looks like Cody Levitt has come down pit road in his Las Vegas Golden Knights Vegas Strong entry. He'll put 4 tires on, and away he'll go before the halfway point home tonight. Nate Maurer still trailing that Armor All number 33 of Greg O'Berry. A beautiful looking ride that it looks like Eric Jones will get to drive in the Daytona 500. Can't wait to see that car actually out on, well, we'll call it the real world side of things, because the rendering and the iRacing paint, it looks good, but will the real world car look just as good? As here comes Cole Day to pit road. Cole Day will bring the 99 to pit road. Here comes Josiah Millen also coming to pit road. There you see the number 40 coming to pit road. The driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the East Bend Manufacturing, drafttop.com, and Bromley Designs. Number 40, Millen will hit pit road. When will Michael Sturgill come down? Well, it won't be this time, and neither will Roy Fernandez, or, in fact, none of your top 7 drivers so far. Will Jamie Leach? No, he will not. So everybody trying to stretch this second fuel run out a little bit. A couple drivers on a little bit different strategy. They all came to pit road as Cole Day. There you see him in the Bass Pro Shops entry. No penalty for him. He'll come back out onto the speedway. Being passed along, that Racing Jason came to pit road on lap number 25, and he did get a pit road penalty, which put him well behind the 8 ball. as now Jamie Leach will dive onto pit road in that Ford Mustang. You know, we talked about the manufacturer switch for Jamie Leach a handful of weeks ago at the Darlington Raceway when he was able to put it on the podium. Said he heard the Fords just handle better, so he's giving it a whirl for the rest of the season. He's the only one coming down pit road right now. Here comes your race leader, though. He'll come to pit road. It'll be the 90 of Sturgill, and he's hot to trot, that is for sure, as he was all sorts of yeet out. He'll come to pit road on the Ascari Motorsports number 90. Looks like Hunter Reynolds also coming to pit road. There you see Reynolds. Squidward bringing himself down pit road. I expect to see Roy Fernandez into pit road this time. We'll see if that SimBox machine comes to pit road. It looks like he's actually going to stay out, so he's going to play a little bit different strategy here. 50 laps officially complete as we are at the halfway point home. Roy Fernandez is going to spank it off the wall there. Randy Johnson coming to pit road. Nathan Maurer, Cody Sleeper. It looks like Peyton Johnson also coming in. His Kool-Aid is empty and needs his mommy to fill his juice box. So he'll head to pit road. Race leader, does he come this time? Looks like Fernandez is down on the apron. A slow entry for the driver of that 6 car. But he doesn't want a pit road penalty. He just wants to make it to pit road and off of pit road. Doesn't look like any penalties for any of the drivers that have started to come to pit road as Doug Neal's coming in his white number 77 SimBox entry. Bromley Designs also proudly represented on the side of that car. Jared Hagedorn, the driver out of Nebraska. The Northern Plains Boxer Rescue, number 2, has worked his way currently as the green flag pit cycles are happening into that 3rd position. Greg O'Berry now going to pull out from the race lead. He'll come to pit road. Will Hagedorn also come? He will not. He'll stay out, so he should be able to take over the race lead. See if he's able to lead this lap, as he will. Jared Hagedorn going to lead lap number 52. Put that one in the books with Jared Hagedorn's name on it. I was just told that Roy Fernandez just got passed. And passed again. Hunter Reynolds and Randy Johnson were able to pass the number 6 of Fernandez here after he just came back out onto the speedway. He was about a half second when Michael Sturgill came to pit road. Now it looks like it'll probably be somewhere around 4 seconds, the gap difference between Fernandez and Sturgill once we all cycle back through. I think that might be correct. We'll have to wait for our timing and scoring to really start to update, as it seems a little off right now. There's Cole Day. Cole Day was one of the drivers that elected to come to pit road early, as now Michael Sturgill gets back around Cole Day. That's the battle for the 4th and 5th position. That's the number 26 of Darrell Clauter. He has just come out of pit road. Or actually, he's coming to pit road, I'm being told. Donald Bennett in the draft top. Shark Tank machine out of the Bromley Designs stables takes over the race lead. There's Brandon Feeney just behind him in the Liquid Molly K1 graphics entry. So Donald Bennett now going to come to pit road. It seems like he is needing some fuel and 4 tires, so he'll come to pit road. Get that Chevrolet woed up. Comes to pit road, and he'll hand things back over to the Canadian. Danny Valenzuela is still out there in the Rep Sports draft top entry. His Toyota. Looks like he's slapped the outside wall with the right front and the left rear at least once or twice here tonight. So Valenzuela running second, but this will be the race leader when everything starts to cycle back through. It will be the number 90 of Michael Sturgill, then Cole Day. Once Feeney and Valenzuela elect to come to pit road, then it'll be Hunter Reynolds, and the big unit of Randy Johnson's right there with Roy Fernandez. So you see Fernandez has lost a couple positions as he came to pit road. A couple drivers still right there, though, to go get him. We've been all green flag racing here tonight. We have not had a caution flag fly here over the halfway point home. Don't want to jinx it, but it's been a great race. Last race was at the Talladega Super Speedway, where we had an exciting finish to that one. It was Hunter Reynolds being able to win with Michael Sturgill in second. Cole Day finished third. Quincy Atkins was fourth, and Zach Howell rounded out your top 5 positions as Feeney comes to pit road. So we'll hand it back over to Sturgill as we watch this battle here for the 4th position. And Reynolds had the position. Now it's going to be the 12 of Randy Johnson taking over that spot. Fernandez, he just won't go away. Take a look at in the background here of this battle also. That's the number 22 of Joshua Buckley. His car, well, we got behind on pit road and has a little damage to the rear end, but that car still seems like it has a lot of speed. He's been able to hold pace with the race leaders. Maybe not this driver that's out front. Looking back here, off the deck lid of Sturgill. There's second place of Cole Day. There's the 31 of Donald Bennett. Bennett's going to go a lap down to the race leaders right now with Michael Sturgill and Cole Day. There you see those two battle. Bennett has the fresher tires of the two right now. About half the front straightaway. First to second, and the same distance back here to the 3rd place machine of Roy Fernandez. So Fernandez does take back over that 3rd position. Cody Sleeper and Cody Levitt. So the Codys are risking it right now as they're not on, we'll call it the same pit cycle, but looks like Cody Levitt came down on lap number 44 and Cody Sleeper came down on lap 50, so a 6-lap difference in tires there as Cody Sleeper tries to set sail. There's Josiah Millen. He's running back here in the 11th position. Millen just ran in an official big block race in the Jordan Henn Racing number 77H, and he was in the same race that I was just in, and I can tell you that he didn't fare so well. I believe it was a 10th place finish for the driver of that machine, and then he hopped right here into his virtual cup car and having himself a solid run. Running in the 11th position, moving up 11 spots. Tim Combs, the golfer. They got all the golf clubs out the car this time on the pit cycle, but has not been able to make up too much ground. Still running back here 13th. Lost a couple positions early on and just has not rebounded. Stephen Pugh, one of the, I'm going to call him, there's no rookies here in the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing, as this is the first year for the Cup Series. But I'm going to call Stephen Pugh a rookie anyway. At the age of 54, you're always going to be a rookie at something. And here on the iRacing.com platform, Stephen Pugh is a rookie. Came over right around the time of COVID, running with Racing Jason. So Pugh's still learning the ways of craft on the sim side of things. Picked up a couple street stock championships, though, on the real-world side of things. Now trying to duplicate that here on iRacing. Currently, Pugh is back here running in the 15th spot. He has dropped 4 positions. Up the road a little bit, it's this driver, the number 15 of Peyton Johnson. Has a sim rig to be jealous about. And I say that because the man just picked up a brand new computer with a 3080 graphics card in it, along with some other get-up-and-go parts. He will be racing in, I believe it is, 4 monitors of 1440p. So it takes one heck of a beast of a computer to do that. So the Kool-Aid Man back here on his new sim rig in 14. And this man, you talk about drivers that need a pick-me-up. Doyle Lowrance, right here, the driver out of Spring, Texas. Well, not having a good night. 22nd currently here with his Netflix The Crew sponsor. Back here running 22nd. You see him back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network on Thursday in the SK Modified Series that we do. He always loves those short tracks, but he's not too shabby here on the big 1.5 2 mile and intermediate machines here with the Cup car. But tonight is just not going to be the night for Michael Sturgill, or for Doyle Lowrance, as he's chasing Michael Sturgill. There you see that 90 car now on screen. Sturgill, if he can lead, looks like about 25 laps of this race yet, he will have the most laps led tonight. He will clinch that extra bonus point. He's well on his way to doing that. 2.5 second lead over this driver. That's Roy Fernandez. There's the 83 of Feeney. Feeney has fresher tires. A big wiggle there. Cole Day and Joshua Buckley almost got together on the tri-oval. You see the 99 of Cole Day. He's running third. Cole Day is a little off sequence. He pitted back on lap number 46 to get a little bit of track position, and it actually worked. He was able to leapfrog Michael Sturgill for a little bit. But if we do the math here, that'll put him about lap 77? No, 73, I think it is. We'll probably see Cole Day come back down the pit road. And I think that might just be out the window of being able to make it on fuel. If not, he may be sitting in the catbird seat. Both these drivers are closing in on that 3-second gap because Sturgill has it figured out. There you see him down the back straightaway. He has this track figured out tonight. There you see Sturgill, there you see Fernandez, there's Day, there's Johnson, there's Reynolds. So there's a good gap for Michael Sturgill, some breathing room tonight, if you will. As we close in, though, on 71 laps completed here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in tonight to watch the Draft Top 150 here for the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, get a notification anytime we go live here with Salt Flat Racing. This is not the only race for Salt Flat Racing we have this week. We also have the IROC Series tomorrow night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll be back in the booth to bring you some more Salt Flat Racing action when we head to Las Vegas, where we headed out west. 2-mile track out there in the desert. We've been to Michigan, we've been to Auto Club, now we're going to Michigan. Hitting them all right back to back to start off the season in the IROC Series. I believe Draft Top will be along on board these machines, or I say their machines, I should say, tomorrow night as Green Flag Pit Cycles right here will be starting. 72 laps completed, closing in on the end of this one. Leading us down pit road to start the charge, lead 12 of Randy Johnson. Cody Levitt also coming to pit road. It looks like Stephen Pugh, or that's actually Racing Jason. Racing Jason to come down. Just like that, setting them up, knocking them down. One top at a time, and that's a lap time of still 31 seconds flat last time by for the driver out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Remember a time when Michael Sturgill drove that yellow bus machine. Now he's got a new paint scheme as he's trying to run for Road to Pro this season. That will be the paint scheme he'll be running as he's going to come to pit road and a slew of other drivers. It looks like Bennett just ahead of him. There is the 77 of Doug Neal, Tim Combs, Josiah Millen. There's Stephen Pugh. Now he comes down pit road. Nathan Maurer going to finish up his work, and he's going to get back out onto the track. There's Roy Fernandez also. So Fernandez going to pit a little bit earlier. Now Sturgill will come to pit road. There's the 90. He'll hit his pit box, and Hunter Reynolds also coming in. Pit road's a very busy place here. Jamie Leach cycles through for the time being to the race lead. Jamie Leach, though, going to hand it right back over. It's going to be a hot potato here for a little bit. Jamie Leach will come to pit road. That means Jared Agerdorn. He just sent me a picture earlier tonight, race fans. I say earlier tonight, I mean right around the, call it the 10 a.m. marker. I believe Jared, the electrician there out of Nebraska, elected to play hooky today from work and went and rescued a brand new puppy He was asking, what should we name him? Well, if you know Jared Hagedorn, you know he likes his Windsor. So we told him, let's go ahead. Name the puppy Windsor. Gives you two meanings. Means puppy, come here and grab me another Windsor deer. So Hagedorn with 25 to go, now 24 to go this time by, will lead this race here at the Chicagoland Speedway for the draft top 150. So this will be the race leader. No penalties on pit road as, Jamie Leach, race fans, I'm being told. Jamie Leach, too fast entering pit road. He will be held, and that's going to do it for him here tonight. 55 seconds on pit road on the final stop is not what you want to see happen. Another driver that had a very slow stop. There you see it. Roy Fernandez drops outside the top 5 for the time being. Wait to see where he cycles back through. Currently running in the 9th position. Jared Hagedorn, Brandon Feeney still have yet to come to pit road, and there's the 90. My math calculation calculates right. It'll be about a 4-second lead over these drivers. That's the 99 of Cole Day, the 28 of Hunter Reynolds, and the 12 of the big brown truck driver, Randy Johnson. Oh, 22 laps to go, and everybody pretty much done cycling through on pit stops. It'll be close to 20 to go when we come back here. As let's do this for your race fans. What do you say we turn it up a little bit? Beautiful sights, beautiful sounds here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway. Nothing like the roar of V8 horsepower rolling around the speedway at speeds of about 180 miles an hour, but this time by 13 laps to go. Michael Sturgill, 5.3 second lead over. Well, there's second place, and there's third place, Hunter Reynolds. Trying to take the dab machine to the outside. Fuel Sim Racing, number 28 of Hunter Reynolds. You look at Hunter Reynolds' races this season, and he's been on a tear, especially as of late. Take a listen to these stats this season so far. 3rd at Daytona, 7th at Las Vegas, a 9th, his worst finish of the season, finishing there at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 1 at Homestead, 4th at Dover, 1 at Texas, 1 on the road course at Daytona, 2nd at Kansas, 2nd at Darlington, and a 1st at the Talladega Superspeedway last week. Leading a total lap count this season of 143, also has completed 944 laps on the season. So that is actually all the laps this season he has completed. He has not missed a single lap all season long. 3 poles, 4 wins, 5 top 8s, and 10 top 10s. So his season to say is, well, some great numbers. There you see the number 2. That's Jared Hagedorn. He's got the fresh tires trying to work his way. Double high five, though, that time by at the flag stand. 10 laps to go here tonight in the Draft Top 150. Race fans, Friday night, what are you doing? Other than watching the Turn 3 Racing Network, of course. What are you doing on Friday night? Well, Draft Top will be on Shark Tank. There you see it, proudly displayed on that number 31 of Donald Bennett. Let's get our producer. Pull the close-up there. There's that 31, Bromley Designs Shark Tank. Draft Top will be on Shark Tank February the 12th at, I thought it was 9 p.m., but I guess it's actually 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I could be mistaken in my notes. But definitely check out ABC this week and see what Pat and the whole gang over at Draft Top have, or had, on Shark Tank, as it was previously recorded last week. Wait to see what they have in store for them. See if they were able to make a deal, strike a deal with the Shark. Right now, Bennett would like to strike a deal with the Shark as he is running back here in the 16th position with just 8 laps to go. He has currently scored 1 lap down, but he is not in that lucky dog position. That would be Stephen Pugh, who's just out ahead. There you see the gap between the two. And there's your race leader. Sturgill officially tonight will lead the most laps here at the Chicagoland Speedway. So he has clinched that bonus point, most laps led. This season hasn't been the greatest. He did have to take a DNF for 1 race, and that was back, I believe, at the Dover race that Cody Sleeper picked up the win in. Sturgill had the chance to go race for $10,000 at the Nashville Fairgrounds here on iRacing.com, so had to bow out just a little bit early to make sure he qualified himself in to that race, and he did. At one point, he was up to running 3rd at Nashville before getting wrapped up in a wreck, and, well, unfortunately, I think he rallied back for 5th, but it was 2 positions shy of finishing in the money. Tonight, he could finish, well, P number 1 and help him in the points championship. He is sitting 128 points back from Hunter Reynolds, but tonight he will be able to close the gap at least on Roy Fernandez, who runs 2nd in the points. There was a 17-point difference. And I'm doing the math in my head. It should be about maybe a 4-point difference between the two, as he'll get the high 5 this time by. 5 more laps of racing here tonight. This is the closest battle inside the top 10. And that's the 12 of Johnson. That's the 33 of O'Berry. That's the 6 of Roy Fernandez. All these drivers battling for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Everybody else pretty much has spread themselves out here tonight. Good racing here at the Chicagoland Speedway here with the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. Race fans, you also need to check out our title sponsor of SimBox over on Facebook.com. Doug Neal has a great button box program going on over there. Check out SimBox PC. Just type that in the search bar over on Facebook.com and give them a like, get them pulled up on Facebook. Design your SimBox to your needs. You need dials, you need buttons, you need switches. Doug Neal over at SimBox can get you what you need. You're looking great on your sim rig today. 3 laps to go for Michael Sturgill. He's run pretty much a perfect race. Pit roads have been perfect. The corners have been perfect. He's just 3 laps away. Call it just about 2 laps away now from parking this number 90 in victory lane. It'll be the 2nd win of the season for him if he can come back around here. 2 laps to go here tonight at Chicagoland. Popsicle sticks that time by up into the air. Last time Michael Sturgill was able to go to victory lane, it was at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Started way back into the 14th position that night and finished first. Was able to lead 45 laps of that one. Well, tonight he'll lead 44 laps if he can finish it off here in P number 1. Actually, that is 54 laps here tonight, so he has led over half this race as he'll come by the start-finish line. It'll be 1 lap to go, presented by Sim Speed Shop. 1 lap to go, 1.5 miles here for Michael Sturgill. See if he can come back around here to pick up this spot. The race is still on for this spot, but it looks like Randy Johnson, unless something happens with Randy Johnson, he should be able to hold on to P number 5. Michael Sturgill for the final time into turn number 3. Final time out of turn number 4, and winning tonight here at the Chicagoland Speedway. In the draft top 150, Michael Sturgill goes to victory lane. So he'll come home. P number 1, Cole Day, finishes and rallies 13 spots. He'll hold off Hunter Reynolds. Then it'll be Nate Maurer. Finishing there in the 5th position will be Randy Johnson. Greg O'Berry in 6th. Roy Fernandez in 7th. Cody Sleeper come across the line all by himself in 8th. Cody Levitt will be in tow in the 9th position, and then Zach Howe will round out the top 10 field here tonight. 11th will go to Combs. Millen will finish 12th. Neal will finish 13th. And Peyton Johnson, the final car on the lead lap, will finish 14th here tonight. Unofficial results on the left-hand side of your screen scrolling tonight, race fans, as there you see your race winner. Michael Sturgill goes to victory lane here tonight. You see him parked up against the outside. He'll burn it down here tonight in Chi-Town. Race fans, there's your winner. Michael Sturgill gonna not need the motor anymore in this machine, so he'll just burn it down, race fans. 2nd, 3rd, Day and Reynolds. We'll get to them in just a couple of seconds when we get to your DraftTop.com post-race show coming up here next at the Chicagoland Speedway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Hear what? Well, that guy, if he has any tires left, or if he can even breathe after doing so many burnouts here tonight, hear what he has to say. Welcome back here to the Chicagoland Speedway for the Draft Top 150 here tonight, race fans. And it went green all the way to the checkered flag tonight. Let's head down trackside for your DraftTop.com post-race show. Let's see if we can catch up with our finishers here tonight. Let's see if we can get your race winner of Michael Sturgill. Sturgill, come out of the car there. You're, well, it's a little smoky down there. Can you breathe any at all?
Yeah, I can breathe all right now. Wasn't really breathing too much those last few laps though.
Those last few laps, though, you had checked yourself out to a 5-second lead over the second-place runner of Cole Day at the time. Boy, what did you eat, and how did you get so fast here tonight?
I'm not sure. I've always been pretty decent at Chicagoland, and after that first run, I knew I definitely had a car that could win. It's just one of the tracks I guess I'm good at.
Well, you were able to win at Las Vegas, I believe it was, which is a sister track here to Chicago. So I guess you have these mile-and-a-halves figured out pretty well. Early in the race, though, you didn't look like you had the most dominating car as you and Roy Fernandez battled for, well, the first portion of this race, nose to tail, and then looked like he slipped up and got himself into the outside wall and damaged his machine and faded back towards that run. Did you think he was going to be your competition here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I think we were side by side for the first 12 or 13 laps or so. So yeah, I thought me and him were going to probably have a good battle at the end, and then I think something happened on his final pit stop that made him fall back, which sucks. I had fun running with him.
Well, tonight you didn't have to deal with him at the end of this one as you were able to run away and hide into the sunset. So another good run here. And with tonight's finish, this should start to propel you into possibly that second position in the points championship. Looks like Roy Fernandez had a little bit of a lead. It should be about 4 points leaving here. Looks like the Hunter Reynolds machine is going to kind of hold serve there. Do you have enough time in the season to run back down Hunter Reynolds for this championship?
I'm not too sure. Hunter's usually a top 3, top 5 car every race. So if he keeps doing that, I'm not sure if I'll be able to catch him, but we're going to try.
Well, you never say die, that's for sure. And Mike, you ran well here again. We have another sister track, we'll call it Kentucky, coming up before we head to Michigan. Do you think you can pick up another win at either one of those tracks?
I'm decent at Kentucky. The one I'm looking forward to the most, though, is Michigan. I really enjoy running that track, and I'm usually pretty fast there.
Well, before we let you go, the red carpet's out, the microphone's yours. You win tonight here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, I want to thank you up in the booth for broadcasting these things. You always put on a good show. All the admins and all the drivers in the league as well. It was awesome to have a race go completely green. Shout out to my teammates Tim, Greg, and Daryl for always helping out on fuel strategy. And shout out to everyone watching, including my dad. And I think that is it.
Well, there you hear it from your winner tonight. Last week, he finished on the podium. He was second at the Talladega Superspeedway. Here tonight in the Draft Top 150, right here at the Chicagoland Speedway, Michael Sturgill will go to victory lane, and he will dance at least until next Tuesday night to see if he can, possibly run back down Hunter Reynolds, who we'll get to in a little bit. Finishing second here tonight, though, the driver of the number 99. It's the college student, the engineer. Cole, you had to engineer this second-place finish as you had to gain 13 spots here tonight. A little late into the lobby, not a lot of practice time in this car.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of practice, and then during qualifying, I had a really bad qualifying run. I think I started like 15th or something like that. So I really had to use some pit strategy to make up a lot of time, and it was able to work out for me. I was able to get to, I think, at least the top 5 from about 10th on that first or second stop there. So I was able to make up a lot of time and then just be able to hold my ground, come out second.
And then you battled with Hunter Reynolds there at the end. Did you think that maybe Reynolds was going to get you, or did you feel pretty confident in this 99 tonight that you were going to be able to hold him off?
Well, I know he was up at the front, so he was learning a lot, racing with all the really fast guys there at the start. And I was having to try to work really hard and get by some guys to try to make up some time. So I was a little worried, especially throughout the whole green flag run on a set of tires. I felt like I was getting really tight in 3 and 4, like the car was bottoming out. So I was kind of struggling with that all night, and he was kind of gaining on me down the front stretch. So I was a little worried, but I think some lap traffic kind of helped me out a little bit, and we got some distance, and at that point the tires kind of fell out from underneath my feel, so he just couldn't quite hang with me. So it all kind of just worked out tonight.
It works out and you finish on the podium, though, Cole, who's making it all possible here tonight.
Gotta thank my teammates, Cody and Jared, Josiah, Jamie, especially Cody. He's always great help when it comes to fuel strategy. And we were able to find perfect laps to try to make the undercut work for both of us. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too far back to make up a lot of spots to allow him to get a bit better finish. You up in the booth for always doing awesome broadcasts, and all the admins and race control for keeping the league together, and all the drivers. It was awesome to go green the whole way here and allowing some strategy to work in my favor and for other drivers out there.
Well, there you hear from Cole Day here tonight, the driver of that number 99. He'll come home P number 2. Congratulations to him and that whole crew. And standing right here side of him, it's the driver of the number 28. It's going to be Hunter Reynolds. Reynolds, another podium. It's not a win like it was last week at Talladega, but another strong podium finish, and it's still going to hold that points lead that you had coming in.
Yeah, it's always good to get a top 3. I really didn't think I was a top 3 car tonight. Unfortunate for Roy, he got caught up there. I think he was definitely faster than us all night. But yeah, I had a shot there to get Cole at the end. It actually took me about 60 laps or so to figure out like where I wanted to run, what kind of line I wanted to take, and that kind of bit me later. And I felt good in practice, but I guess something went wrong there. But fortunate to get this top 3, and I got to keep pushing. I do have a points lead, like you've been saying, but can't let off at all. I got to keep getting these good finishes.
Now tonight, Roy Fernandez, who came in second in the championship standings, he struggled after hitting the wall, and so that's going to kind of extend your lead from him, but it's going to shrink a little bit as Sturgill, who was 130-some points back coming into the night, he'll chew into that lead just a little bit, but still over a 100-point lead going into the final stretch of the season. We head to Kentucky, Michigan, Pocono, Charlotte, and Phoenix to round it out. A lot of solid tracks for you coming up on the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, like I said, I just got to keep going. I'm happy for Michael there. Got him the win tonight. He pushed me last week to win at Talladega, so good for him. And a couple of these next couple tracks I'm going to struggle with. Definitely Phoenix is not a strong track for me, and I just got to keep practicing, keep putting in work, and I got to keep pushing, get these good finishes, and hopefully we can keep it wrapped up here.
Well, you and Squidward here are dabbing in the 3rd position tonight. Who made it all possible behind the scenes of this number 28?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank everybody watching, family and friends. Turn 3, you guys up in the booth. Roger, do a great job. All the league admins for putting this thing on so flat. It's a great league to run in. And I'd like to thank all the fans watching. We appreciate y'all.
There you hear it from your points championship leader. He'll finish on the podium tonight. Hunter Reynolds will come home running in 3rd. That is your DraftTop.com post-race show here with your top 3 drivers. Sturgill winning, Day coming home in 2nd, and Hunter Reynolds rounding out the podium. Let's take a quick look here at our finishing results here in your Draft Top 150. These are, of course, all unofficial results here tonight, but take a look and see where your favorite driver did wind up coming across the line. Race fans, it's starting to click off here towards the end of the season. Just a handful of races left. I said we go to Kentucky, Michigan, Pocono, Charlotte, and Phoenix to round out the season. It's been a lot of good races so far this season, so I don't think the rest of the season is going to be too shabby in itself. We do head to a couple of our favorite tracks like Phoenix and Pocono, and a couple stops in between of the other tracks, but man, I can't wait to see the end of this season. If Hunter Reynolds can continue on his tear that he has been on of podium finishes as of late, will anybody be able to knock him off? It's going to be a hard task to do for all these drivers. But race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. In our closing thoughts, we need all of you to go over to our sponsor for tonight, Draft Top. And remember, this Friday night on ABC, airing on Shark Tank, Draft Top, Pat and the whole team go to the tank and try to convince a shark to invest in Draft Top. Show your support not only for Salt Flat Racing, as Draft Top has shown the support for them, but also show the support for Draft Top. And tune on in. You can catch more racing action, though, for the Salt Flat Racing Series tomorrow night when the IROC Series hits the track. Until we see you either tomorrow night or back here on Tuesday night with the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. Race fans, everybody stay safe, and we will see you at the races.